REZ-2025-16, Copeland Road Subdivision located at 2480 Copeland Road. This involves 18 acres. It will be served by county utilities. It is currently R-10 with conditions, and the request is just for R-10 to remove those conditions. Mr. Dillon.
Yes, sir. Thank you. As stated, this property has gone through several public hearings through 2015, 2016, and final approval in 2018 with the 7 conditions listed there in your packets. The applicant did apply for straight R10, and given the property's history within the urban service area, the Lowndes Airport overlay, drastic groundwater recharge, the suburban character area, which all recommend for R10, and the paving of Copeland Road and Lester Road, TRC did analyze the request and has added the additional modification to these 7 to go down to approximately 5 conditions, and I'll read them now for you. 1, all new lots shall front interior roads. 2, all lots adjacent to the western border and southern border of the subject property shall meet or exceed a minimum lot width of 100 feet. No manufactured homes or mobile homes shall be allowed. No 2-family or duplex residence, and the minimum lot size of 1/3 acre along the southern border instead of 1/4 acre. You'll see here on your screen, this was the 2018 site plan that was approved, meeting all 7 of those original conditions. It's kind of an aerial of how that might overlay onto it. And then the applicant provided this updated site plan here for just straight R10. However, some of these conditions still remain. You'll notice the lots on the western side, the left-hand side of your screen, and the southern. The left-hand side of your screen, western side, still has a 100-foot lot width, and the lots along the southern border still meet the 1/3 acre minimum requirement of the existing conditions. They also match the 5 conditions for the current recommendation. You see a total lot change here of about 6 lots overall from the current conditions to the proposed new conditions. With that being said, Planning Commission, the applicant's engineer, spoke in favor of the request, and the GLPC actually voted unanimously to recommend approval 5-0 or 9-0 with the 5 new TRC conditions, and as no one spoke in opposition. Again, here's just an overall area of how that might look based on the applicant's new site plan. And again, there are options if you still feel that conditions need modifications. 100105B of the ULDC allows you to provide possible additional conditions. Such things as landscaping, buffering, or lot sizes are well within your purview if you choose to.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Dillon?
Mr. Dillon, has there been any consideration about the ingress and egress being on Copeland Road instead of Lester Road? Because there's a school right across the street from this place, and a new one is supposed to be built.
Yes, sir. That was considered by a county engineering staff. Copeland Road is also a TIA project upcoming. There are some design considerations taken into effect there, but TRC still recommended approval for these proposed access points on Copeland Road. This is not a final design. Again, the applicant is not proposing this exact site plan, or nor are you approving this exact site plan unless you choose to do so. But TRC found it consistent, had no concerns about the 2 additional points on Copeland Road.
Well, I'm concerned about the traffic on Copeland Road in front of these schools. And I think it would be much better and well-deserved to look at the ingress and egress going on and off of Lester Road instead of out in front of these schools.
Yes, sir. I'll take that note.
Thank
We
you.
might ask Mr. McLeod, for Copeland Road improvements is one of the TIA projects. And of course, I don't know if that ingress and egress from, let's say, decel lanes, turn lanes, those sort of things, would that be something that would be included in that design of Copeland Road?
So that's something that would have to be studied whenever we started that project. That is going to be a widening project for Copeland Road. So we'll go more than likely from 2 to either 3 or 4 lanes wide through there. But we can take that into consideration with the traffic studies.
Okay. I think that might be the best way, because I'm trying to remember, and we'd have to go back to look at the minutes, but I think at one point there was a good bit of opposition about any ingress or egress off of Lester Road.
Yes, sir, that is correct. There was opposition. At that time, Lester Road was also unpaved. And thus, one of the conditions was to pave Lester Road. It has since been paved, and therefore that condition is kind of null and void. But it was a consideration. There was opposition, but at this time, there has been no opposition presented to staff regarding Lester Road access.
From a financial standpoint, coming and going off of Lester Road wouldn't require any acceleration or deceleration lanes, so financially it'd be better to use Lester Road.
I believe that'd be an engineering consideration for fact engineers.
Would you consider that?
Yes, sir, we can.
Is Lester paved just from Copeland to inner perimeter, or is it?
That's it.
Or is it
That's
paved the other
correct.
way? It's
Yeah.
dirt
Just
still?
through the perimeter.
It's dirt the other way?
Yes, sir.
In line to what Commissioner Weisenbaker was saying, as it pertains to the new school that's going to be placed there right beside the current school, I take it that means the school zone is going to have to be shifted as well, further down the road
That is
in
correct.
that direction.
That is correct. So whenever the school, and that depends on the exit and entrance that the school uses, that depends on their school zone. So we have not seen their overall master plan at this time, or I have not, to see where their entrance and exit will be from that property.
And I know what the current school zone is, but I just know when you put a school, say right beside it, of course it's going to make it more towards.
Yes.
Commissioners, I will add, I've asked County Manager Paige Dukes to get a meeting put together for the commissioners and Board of Education members, hopefully to encourage some of this feedback so that we can kind of be on the same page, because it is important. I know one thing I will say without getting into details, what we had been understanding about the improvements on the schools on Copeland Road, that has changed. So now it's really leaning toward one school continuing rather than initially we were being told that there were going to be two schools, a new middle school and a new elementary school. My understanding is that's changed. So I just felt like it was really important for all of us that we get together and to have some conversations with those elected officials as well to kind of get some ideas about their direction so that we have a little bit more insight about what we need to do rather than us getting caught off guard, you might say, about them having plans for a new school in a particular location that doesn't have utilities and or infrastructure to it. It helps us plan as well, so.
Do you know if that's gonna be, if it's gonna be one school, or if it's gonna be a super-sized school?
My understanding is now, and again, I'd rather you hear from them to be factual, but my understanding is that now it's just going to be a new middle school. And that's all. At that on Copeland Road.
The big one.
Build it over in Pecan Road.
They
I can't tell you what size it is, Mr. White, maybe they'll tell us that. Any other questions? All right, let's move on then